Hey, welcome everybody. I am Steve Jackson. Today I wanted to break down for you Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine. Let's get into it. The first thing we want to do in the song is make sure we tuned our 6th string down to D. It's in drop D tuning. So once you've done that, what we're going to do is play a D chord. And so we're going to strum the top 5 strings, and we're going to do that 4 times. So he does that, it rests, and then the bass comes in and does its thing. The next thing we're going to do, though, is play the 6th and 5th strings 3 times, like that. And in between each time, we're going to mute so that we have a dead stop in between, like that. And then what we're going to do is jump up to the 4th string, 11th fret, and we're going to play 11 and then 12. And then we're going to go to the 3rd string and do the same thing. Like that. So now this time we're going to do it a little different. We're going to go 11, 12 on the D string. Then we're going to go right to 12 on the 3rd string. We're going to bend it. We're going to bend it down and then back to the original spot. So the whole thing. The next thing we're going to do is, again, play this open 6th and 5th string. And then we're going to grab the 6th fret here on the A string and do that 3 times. So it's going to go back and forth. And again, the key thing there is those mutes in between. So you want to make sure, when you play it, you mute in between each one. And also when you play this note, that 6th fret, same thing. Looking at the main riff of this song, it's going to start off playing the 6th string open, then jump down to the 5th string, 3rd fret, and then 5th fret. And then we're going to have 2 mutes after that. So just strumming the strings while muting it with your left hand. So it's going to sound like this now. And then continuing on, we're going to go to the 4th string, 3rd fret, and then 4th, and then 5th string, 5th fret. So now from the beginning here we got, okay, and then to end this little riff here, we're going to play the open 6th string, and then we're going to play both the 6th and 5th strings with our pointer finger. We're going to slide up to 3, and then back down to 2. So so this whole riff sounds like. Now when the vocals enter, we're going to play the same riff, but basically we're going to play it a little more mellow, meaning that first of all we're going to palm mute it, and we're probably just going to also strum it a little less aggressively. So it's going to sound kind of like this. next riff that comes in is starting again on the 6th string open, and then we're going 5th string 3rd fret, and then 5th fret. So, and then 2 muted strums again. And then the next thing we're going to do is jump down to the 3rd string 4th fret and play that note right there. So we're going to go, and then we're basically going to repeat that riff. And every time we would have gone to this note here, this 4th fret, 3rd string, we're just going to move down 1 fret. So the next one's going to be on the 3rd fret, and then when it repeats again, the next one's going to be on the 2nd fret. So it'll sound like this. One more time. And then the end of that riff is going to play the 6th and 5th strings open again. And then we're going to slide from 2 to 3 with the 6th and 5th strings. And then we're going to do that again, and then back to 2. So open, 2 slide to 3, and then again, and then just 2. So that whole riff will sound like. And at the end of that, it's going to go to this C5 power chord. So I'm on the 5th string, 3rd fret, 4th string, 5th fret. Like that, it's going to play those like that. So it's going to strum that 8 times. Then we're going to move up to the 5th fret and the 7th fret here. We're playing this D5 power chord. We're going to strum this 2 times and then a little pause. So again, we're muting to get that rest in there. So we're going, so we're playing down, up, and then rest, and then one more strum. At this point, it's going to repeat playing this D5 chord, but it's going to kind of build up in intensity, and the way that it's going to do that is by strumming these muted strings. And let me show you how to do that. So we're going to play this D5 chord 2 times, and then we're going to mute twice. So if we're counting to 4, the first 2 are strums and the second 2 are mutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next little bit is going to do just 1 strum and then 3 mutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the beginning, we got strum, strum, mute, mute. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 strum and then 3 mutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, the whole time we can just alternate our strumming down, up. And then there's going to be 8 mutes in a row. So again, we just alternate down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play that whole section real slow. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So after that's repeated a bunch of times, the next thing it's going to do is jump up a whole octave to this D octave up here. So this is on the 17th fret and the 19th fret of the 3rd string. So we're playing just these 2 notes, muting the 4th string with our pointer finger. And we're going to go 8 times right there on that. The next riff sounds like this. So that's going to be this D5 power chord again, like we did, 5th fret, 7th fret. We're going to go down, up, and then there's a little rest. So a mute, or a rest right there, and then a muted strum. So, and then the same thing again, but 1 strum, and then rest, and then mute, and then strum. So again, from the beginning here, 2 strums, a rest, and a mute, and then a strum, a rest, and a mute, and then another strum. And then at the end of that, it's going to play the 6th and 5th strings open, and then 3rd fret on both of those strings, and then 5th, and then just the 3rd fret on the 5th string. So that whole bit sounds like... Heading into the second verse, it's going to be the same riff in the first verse. The only thing though is that there's going to be one variation, which is really cool. Let me show you that. So it's going to play the same thing. So that's just like the first verse riff. But then instead of going here, like it would have, it's going to jump way up here to the 10th fret on the 5th string. It's going to go up chromatically from there, so it's going to go 10, 11, 12, and then 10, 11, 12 again. And then 10 on the 3rd string. So it sounds like this. The next part of the song is going to be the big crescendo part, the big build-up. And what it's going to do is play octaves. So the first one we're going to play is a D, which is going to be right here on the 5th string, 5th fret. And then we're going to grab the octave, which is the 7th fret of the 3rd string here. And again, we're going to be muting this middle note, the 4th string, with our pointer finger. And we're going to just strum down up. And the whole thing is going to be based on triplets. So if you think of just even the word triplet, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're going to play a triplet like that 8 times in a row. So 8 of those. Like that. The next one, it's going to be exactly the same thing, but we're just going to move up 2 frets. And again, we're doing triplets 8 times. And for me, it's helpful if I break that up into think 4 triplets and then 4 more triplets. Triplet, 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 and then another group. Triplet, 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 triplet. Then we're going to keep going up this scale. We're going to move up 1 more fret to the 8th and 10th fret. Same thing. Then up 1 more fret to 13 and 15. Same thing. Then up 2 more to 15 and 17. And then last one, way up here on 17 and 19. At this point, we're back to that chorus riff. And then we're going to end on one of these.